guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about 15 things that are totally legal, but you'd never think so. Some of these things are pretty weird, and some of them are actually kind of dangerous. But they're all perfectly legal, so you can do them if you want to. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 15. Food with arsenic. Arsenic is a naturally occurring element that may be found in a wide variety of foods. It may be found naturally in foods such as rice, shellfish, mushrooms, and chicken, as well as in water, soil, and air. Although it has been linked to various health issues when ingested at high amounts over time, it is typically safe to consume as long as the meal has modest quantities. Number 14. Driving in your birthday suit. Driving nude may appear to be unlawful, yet it is entirely legal in most states. While regulations differ by state, driving without clothing is typically permitted as long as you are not driving with the goal of being viewed in a vulgar or obscene manner. If law enforcement thinks that your intention was to be viewed in this manner, you might face prosecution for public indecency or another comparable offense. Number 13. Owning other exotic pets. Although some creatures, such as tigers and lions, are obviously forbidden to acquire in most regions, you can still legally own other exotic animals. Other creatures, such as sloths, snakes, and even kangaroos, may be permitted to acquire depending on where you reside. Before purchasing any exotic animal as a pet, it is essential to check the rules in your region. Number 12. Keeping a monkey as a pet. Keeping a monkey as a pet may appear criminal, yet it is allowed in the majority of states. While some states have tight rules regarding the ownership of monkeys, many do not. Before getting a monkey as a pet, be sure to understand the rules and regulations in your state, as well as the animal's care requirements. Monkeys demand specialized diets and surroundings, so if you want to have one as a pet, be sure you can provide it with an acceptable home and can afford its maintenance. Number 11. Booze, even if you are underage. Many people believe that drinking alcohol under the age of 21 is unlawful. However, this is not always the case. Although it is unlawful in most states for anybody under the age of 21 to purchase or drink alcohol, there are certain exceptions. Minors may consume alcohol on private property with parental consent and supervision in some states. Minors may taste but not consume alcoholic beverages for religious purposes in others. And minors may taste and serve alcoholic beverages in restaurants as long as an adult is present. Knowing these rules might help you avoid legal problems if you consume alcohol while underage. Number 10. Driving while sleepy. Driving while sleepy is something that many of us do, but did you realize that it's entirely legal? Despite the inherent hazard, there is no regulation prohibiting driving when exhausted or drowsy. However, if a driver's tiredness causes an accident, they may be held accountable for any damages or injuries caused by their carelessness. Driving when tired is not prohibited in and of itself, but it is essential to be awake and rested behind the wheel. Number 9. Baby walker. Despite their popularity, many people feel that baby walkers are prohibited because they pose a safety risk. This is not the case. Baby walkers are totally legal in most countries, but they should be used with caution because there is still a danger of damage if used incorrectly. Number 8. Marrying your cousin. EU. Many nations and jurisdictions in the United Jurisdictions make it totally legal to marry your cousin. Despite its frequent taboo status, it is widely acceptable and even promoted in other cultures as a manner of strengthening family relationships. While there are certain hazards connected with marrying a cousin, such as an increased risk for certain genetic illnesses, many people find it acceptable, both culturally and legally. Number 7. Going topless. Many people are surprised to learn that going topless is entirely legal in most places of the United States. Although some states have laws against it, they are rarely enforced. In truth, several jurisdictions have begun to recognize women's rights to go topless in public. For many women, going topless is a freeing experience, and it may be a terrific way to enjoy the summer sun without worrying about tan lines. Number 6. Fat-free chips with olestra. Fat-free chips manufactured with olestra have been commercially accessible for many years, although few people are aware that they are completely legal. Olestra, sometimes known as olein, is a fat replacement that tastes and feels like real fat but contains no calories or cholesterol. The FDA has pronounced it safe for eating, and its usage in foods such as potato chips does not need extra labeling. Despite their safety, many individuals assume these items are unlawful, even though they are entirely legal. Number 5. Recording conversation. Many individuals feel it is unlawful to record conversations without the approval of all persons involved. However, in other areas, this may not be the case. One-party consent rules enable individuals in numerous states in the United States to record conversations they are having or are a part of without alerting anybody else. This implies that if you are in the middle of a discussion and want to record it, you may do so without violating any laws. Number 4. Sleeping inside your car. When you're on a road trip or need to rest in between activities, sleeping in your car might be a terrific choice. It is totally legal to sleep in your car as long as it is lawfully parked and not blocking traffic. Check that the place you chose is safe and secure, and call the police if you feel unsafe. Above all, ensure that you receive enough rest so that you can resume your journey feeling energized. Number 3. Spanking. Spanking is one of today's most contentious parenting concerns, with many people feeling it is unlawful. Spanking, on the other hand, is entirely legal and is still employed as a form of punishment by some parents. Regardless, spanking should be handled with caution and only when absolutely required, and never in a way that causes bodily or psychological injury. It is ultimately up to parents to determine how to best raise their children, but understanding the law can assist them in making educated decisions. Number 2. Surgery without proper sleep. Although it may appear to be prohibitive, conducting surgery without a good night's sleep is totally permissible. Many surgeons may now operate around the clock because of technological advancements. Despite getting little sleep, they can effectively execute difficult procedures because of their knowledge and experience. Number 1. Backyard burial. While it may appear weird, backyard burials are totally lawful in many states and nations if the necessary documentation is done. This is a less expensive alternative to typical funerals that allows the deceased family to keep them close to home and say their final goodbyes in the comfort of their own home. Well, that's it for my list of 15 things that you might think are illegal in the US, but are actually perfectly legal. I hope you learned something new today. If you want to learn more about weird laws in the US and around the world, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.